This is my grassroots yoga channel. I'm here live at Howland Park, Friday mornings at 10 a.m. and Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. And Tuesday evenings we do a meditative yin at about 6 p.m. Tuesday evenings. I'd like to go ahead and get started just with some grounding and some sounding before we get started. We're going to do a nice workout this morning, some yoga flowing this morning. We're going to go ahead. I'd like to get started with some sounding first, and just to raise our vibrations. Go ahead and get started with some grounding here. So we're going to go ahead and raise your arms up high. Bring your arms up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Bring your hands down. Inhale. Bring your hands up high. And exhale. Bring your hands back down. Take one more inhale. Hands high. And exhale this time. Hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in here. Open your mouth. We're just going to say Om as we breathe out. Om. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and come standing on the mat here. We're going to start in ragdoll pose. So go ahead and bend forward here. Just heel toe your feet hip width distance and just kind of dangle. You can grab opposite arms to opposite elbows and maybe rock your torso up and down or side to side here. We're just going to stay here for about 5 breaths. As we're beginning our yoga practice today, we want to maybe find an intention for your practice today. And as you breathe in and out through the practice, we're going to practice Ujjayi pranayama, ocean breathing. So you breathe in and out through your nose. And as you breathe in and out, you're going to feel and hear the breath in the back of your throat. Sounds like also be practicing on our drishti, which is a focal point that you focus on, which brings your mind strength as you practice the Ujjayi pranayama and the drishti and poses, the asanas. This will give your mind and body strength. And as you keep your breath inside of you instead of opening your mouth and breathing out, it also helps you to keep your power as you're practicing the yoga poses. We're just getting a little bit warmed up here, letting our spine just wake up a bit. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring your hands to the mat. We're going to heel toe our feet together. On your inhale, we're going to come on up one vertebrae at a time, nice and easy. And bring your hands high over your head. Maybe peek at your thumbs. What a beautiful day. I'm so happy to share my practice with all of you. As we exhale, we're going to forward fold, hinge your hips. And on an inhale, we're going to come up to a halfway lift. So hands to shins, pull your belly up and in. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and really lengthen your spine. You can have your fingertips to the mat or your hands on your shins. As we exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat and we're going to go ahead and we're going to step back to a high plank here. Just really stay here for a few breaths in your high plank. Pull that belly up and in, and your palms are evenly pressing into the mat. As you press down, your elbows rotate out. That protects your shoulders. We're going to go ahead and exhale. We're going to slowly come to the mat. And then we're going to come into our first little back bend of the day, Sphinx pose. So bring your palms to the mat. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. And press the tops of your feet into the mat. Maybe lift your legs up off the mat. Sphinx is a nice pose here for your lower spine. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to come into tabletop. So neutral spine. Your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Take a few breaths here. Pull your navel up. In your next inhale, we're going into cow. So drop your belly, lift your chin, and as you inhale, press away from the ground. Press your palms away from the ground. Push into the ground, press away, lift up. As you exhale, round your spine and tuck your navel and your pelvis and your chin in for cat. Round your spine like an angry cat. You can inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Take another inhale here. Lengthen the spine. Draw your tail and your crown away from each other. As we exhale, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So your feet are as wide as your hips and your hands are as wide as your shoulders. Your heels do not have to come to the mat. You can walk the dog out or just really bend your knees and lift those hips nice and high, shoulders away from your ears, belly up and in. As we move through the practice today, maybe your heels will come closer to the mat. But that's not the goal. The goal here is to really lengthen your spine, roll those shoulders away from your ears. We're going to find our drishti, our focal point between our feet in the back of the mat. Just take 3 deep breaths here. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Take an inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, come high on your toes and exhale, soften your knees and step to the top of your mat. Your feet are together. On our inhale, we're going to come to a halfway lift. So hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. The important thing here is that your spine is at its longest length. Pull that belly up and in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to push through our heels and we're going to come up nice and easy, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your palms together, maybe peek at your thumbs. Feel that stretch in your lower back. Exhale, we're going to come to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. Exhale, we're going to step back to a high plank here. We're going to go ahead and lower our knees, chest, and chin. And this time we're going to push up to low cobra. So push into your palms, Your elbows are at a 90-degree angle, and you're going to roll your shoulders away from your ears. Press those tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, we're going to come back to tabletop, and then downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. I'm going to do a sun salutation A this time. So inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees, and we're coming to the top of the mat. Feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, push through your palms. We're going to come push through your heels. Bring your palms up nice and high in prayer. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. And we're coming into chaturanga or low plank. So elbows graze the waist. On our inhale, we're going to press into our feet, lift up out of your lower back for upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over your toes for downward facing dog. Good job. 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our right leg high for 3-legged dog on the right. You want to square your hips to the mat, pull your navel up and in. Press evenly through your palms. We're going to go ahead and exhale. We're going to bend our right knee at a 90-degree angle. As we inhale, draw that knee up into your chest. And as you exhale, bring that knee out and around for a big hip circle. Hip mangala. We're going to do that again. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, bring that knee out and around. Take another inhale here, knee to chest. And exhale, bring that knee all the way around. We're going to do that on the other side now. Bring that left leg high. We're going to do 3 hip mangalas on the left. So bend your left knee. On your next inhale, bring that knee up. And exhale, bring that hip all the way around. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, bring it around. 1 more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, bring it around. Exhale. As we exhale, bring that foot to the mat. We're going to take a few breaths here in down dog. Take an inhale here, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees, and we're going to step to the top of the mat. Come to an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time as we inhale, we're coming into chair pose. So your knees are in alignment. Bring your biceps to your ears with your palms facing each other. Pull your navel up and in. And you feel as if your lower back is pressing into a wall. We're going to take 3 breaths here, 3 ujjayi breaths here. Find your drishti about 4 feet in front of you on the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale. 2 more ujjayi breaths. It's almost like the sound that Darth Vader makes. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, go ahead and forward fold. Come into a forward fold and dangle. Inhale, halfway lift. Navel up and in. Exhale, we're going to step back to a high plank here. And low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here, 3 ujjayi breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our right leg high for 3-legged dog on the right. As you exhale, we're going to step through, bring that right leg up, that right foot up to the mat. That right knee is at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to adjust the back foot to align our heels up, and your back foot is a 60-degree angle. As we come up this time, we're going to bring our biceps to our ears for Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. We're going to take 3 breaths here, Ujjayi. Square those hips to the front of the mat. That back leg is as strong as steel, with the knife edge of the foot pressing into the mat. On your exhale, we're going to go ahead and open up to Warrior 2. So bring your arms out long, and you're going to find your drishti over your front middle finger. Your torso and your hips are in alignment. Take 3 ujjayi breaths. Maybe as you exhale, you sink a little deeper. And as you exhale, go ahead and flip your palm this time. Inhale, we're coming into reverse warrior. So right arm to the sky, left arm down your thigh. You can look up for your drishti. You can look in front of you. You find your focus wherever is most comfortable for you. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And this time as you exhale, cartwheel those hands down to the mat. And we're going to step back to a high plank here. And if you want, you can come into chaturanga or meet me in down dog. So come into low plank if you want the challenge. As you inhale, come to upward facing dog. And exhale, roll over your toes to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, bring that left leg high. 3-legged dog. And exhale, we're going to step through. Bring that left foot up. Adjust that back foot. Coming to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 on the left. 3 breaths here. This time as you exhale, go ahead and come into your Warrior 2 on the left. Really reach those arms out. As you exhale here, flip your palm. Inhale, we're going to reach back to reverse warrior here on the left. 3 breaths. Exhale, cartwheel those hands down, and we're going to step back, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, roll over your toes to downward facing dog. If you need to take a break, we can come into child's pose for a few breaths. So you can bring your knees as wide as the mat and your big toes to touch, and draw your hips back to your heels and your forehead to the mat, arms out long. Take 3 breaths here in child's pose. exhale, come on up to tabletop and push back to downward dog. Catch our breath for one breath here. Now, if your next that's 3 breaths. On your next inhale, bring your right leg high. And as you exhale here, we're going to step up and we're going to come into warrior one again. So bring your biceps by your ears. Exhale, we're going to open up to warrior two. We're going to straighten that front knee. Coming into triangle on the right. This pose is all about long lines. So we're going to bring our hand to our thigh and the top arm to the sky. And it's almost as if you're in between two panes of glass here. As you exhale this time, we're going to bend our front knee and we're going to bring our palms down. And we're going to adjust that back foot and hop up a couple steps. We're going to do, this is pyramid on the right. So we're going to take an inhale. And as you exhale, fold over that front leg. Take 3 breaths here. As you exhale, we're going to bring that back knee down. We're going to come into dragon here on the right. So you want that front knee at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to go ahead and just slide that left leg back a little bit until you get the stretch in your left hip flexor. And you're going to feel this stretch mostly in your right hip here. We're going to take about 5 breaths here in dragon. You can have both of your hands on the mat in front of you, or if it's more comfortable, one hand on the outside of your foot and the other hand on the inside. I like to have both my hands on the inside of my foot here. 3 more breaths. As you exhale this time, we're going to go ahead and bring that right knee back to tabletop. Take an inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, we're going to come into downward facing dog here. 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, bring that left foot high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, we're going to step through warrior one, so adjust that back foot. Take an inhale, come into warrior two here. And exhale, we're going to straighten that front knee. As we inhale, go ahead and reach forward, hinge at your hips for triangle on the left. It's all about nice long lines and space and opening up. Exhale, look at the mat, bend that front knee, bring your hands down to the mat, and we're going to adjust the back foot, the toes to point forward, coming into pyramid, so step up a couple steps with that back foot. Take an inhale, halfway lift, and as you exhale, forward fold over that front knee. Let's take 3 breaths here in pyramid on the left. As you exhale, we're going to bend that front knee, bring our hands to the mat, and we're going to bring that in front of us on the mat, and bring that back knee down. Just slide that back leg a little bit, and we're doing our dragon here on the left. 5 breaths here in dragon. Really feel that stretch in your outer left hip and your right hip flexor in the front of your right hip. exhale, go ahead and step that right knee back, that left knee back to meet the right knee. And as we take an inhale, lengthen the spine and tabletop. As you exhale, we're going to push back to downward dog. And we're just going to walk our hands back to down dog and heel toe our feet together when we get there. Dangle for a moment here. As you inhale, push evenly through your heels. We're going to come up one vertebrae at a time. Hands high over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do dancer on the left first and then dancer on the right. So bring your left hand high and step that left foot in front of you. You're going to go ahead and grab that right foot with your right hand. And as you exhale, see if you can hinge at the hips and just come on forward here. Slight upward dog in your chest. We'll take 5 breaths here. Hanging off the strength of your right leg. Exhale, we're going to come back up. And we're going to do that on the right now. Right arm high, bring that right foot up. And go ahead and catch that left foot and just go ahead and fold forward as far as you need to. And just balance yourself with that left leg. We're going to step to the top of the mat. We're going to take an inhale here. Hands to heart center. And you can stay at the top of the mat. We're going to do tree. So go ahead and bring your hands to your hips and ground down into your left foot. You want to pull your navel up and in and shoulders down your back. Pelvis tilts forward. Just kickstand that right foot on your inner ankle, your inner calf, or your inner thigh. And you can bring your hands to heart center here. Take a few breaths here. If you wobble, it's okay. It's okay to wobble. You just bring yourself back. Wobbling is okay. And go ahead and bring your hands high if you can. You want to open up and grow your tree, you can do that too. About 3 breaths here. Exhale, hands to heart center. And as we inhale this time, we're going to go ahead and bring that right leg back. Come into airplane on the right if you can. You can use a block if you need to, or a water bottle to balance yourself. Take 3 breaths here. Again, you can bring your feet down to the back of the mat if you need to. I'm just showing you because I'm facing forward here, but you can be at the top of your mat doing this. And if you want, you can take off. If your feet are in the back of the mat, you can take off. Palms can be up or down. As you exhale, we're going to bring our foot to the front to meet the other foot in the front. And we're going to roll our shoulders down our back and do that on the left side now. So ground down into your right foot and go ahead and kickstand that left on your inner ankle, inner calf, or inner thigh. Always remember, never on your knee. Hands to heart center. You can stay here, or you can also bring your hands high, or if you want to grow your tree and open up to receive all the gifts of the universe, you can do that as well. Everything is pressing into the center. Your palms are pressing into each other. Your foot and your thigh are pressing into each other. Exhale here, bring your hands to heart center, and you can start an airplane by bringing those toes to the back of the mat if you want, and you can just hinge at the hips, a slight upward dog. You can take off if you want, and you can also find a water bottle or a block. That back foot is flexed. Exhale, bring that foot down. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good job. All right, so we're going to go ahead from the top of the mat, bring our feet together, take an inhale, bring your hands high, Take a look at your thumbs. Exhale, come into a forward fold here. Take an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale here, we're going to step back to a high plank. And we're just going to gradually lower ourselves down to the mat. We're going to go ahead this time. And I want to go ahead and we're going to come into boat. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab, or bow, it's boat. We're going to grab our feet. And as we inhale, just go ahead and press back on your, take your ankles and press back into your hands. Take 5 breaths here. Lift up nice and high. As you exhale, you can go ahead and release. And we're going to push up here. And we're going to meet in child's pose for a few rounds of breath. Exhale, we're going to come up and we're going to go ahead and sit back on our heels here. We're going to come up here and I'm going to do a toes pose. So we're going to go ahead, come up on your knees and curl your toes underneath you, including your pinky toe. And we're just going to sit back onto our heels. You can leave your hands on your thighs, or if you want to bring your hands behind you in prayer. We're going to take about 5 breaths here, giving our feet, our beloved servants, a good, loving stretch. Exhale, go ahead and bring your hands to the mat, and we're just going to come out a little bit and maybe tap your toes out. That always feels good to do after that. We're going to go ahead and meet on our seat and bring your feet together in front of you. We're going to do a little butterfly stretch here. You can inhale, lift up, exhale, just hinge forward here at the groin. We're going to take about 5 breaths here in butterfly. As you exhale, we're going to come back up and bring our feet together. We're going to come out, bring our legs out long, and come into caterpillar. Bring your hands high. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, hinge forward. Take about 5 breaths here in caterpillar. Really feel that stretch in the backs of your thighs, your hamstrings, your calves, your lower back. See if you can relax your shoulders and your head and your neck and just let yourself gently open up into caterpillar. As we exhale, we're going to walk ourselves up 1 vertebrae at a time. And then we're going to meet on our backs. Go ahead and bring your knees to your chest here. We're going to do a few hip circles. So as you inhale, bring your knees out wide. And exhale, bring your knees back together. Inhale, out wide. Exhale, back together. Inhale, wide. And exhale, back together. Go ahead and we're going to keep our knees stacked and our ankles stacked, and go ahead and let your arms come out like wings, and just gently let those knees and ankles stacked come over to the right. You can bring your right hand on your outer left knee. Get that left shoulder as close to the ground as possible for supine spinal twist. Giving our lower back some love here. You can gaze out over your left shoulder. You can gaze in the direction of your knees or even straight up. Whatever is most comfortable in your head and neck and body. Breathe into that lower spine. Give it some love. As you exhale here, go ahead and bring your knees back to heart center and give yourself a little hug. Reset that spine. Exhale, let your arms come out like wings and just let your knees gently fall over to the left. That left hand can come on the outside of your right knee. You get that right shoulder as close to the ground as possible. Exhale, go ahead and bring your knees back into heart center and give yourself a nice hug here. Take an inhale, really bring your knees up to your forehead. And as you exhale, go ahead and let your legs come out long for Shavasana, final resting pose. Walk your shoulders down away from your ears and your hips down out of the hip sockets. Let your palms face up with your arms about a foot away from your torso, and your feet just fall open a little bit more than hip width distance. As you take a deep breath in here, open your mouth and sigh it all out. And as you sigh it out, let all the tension just drain out of your body into the ground. Relax your forehead, your eyes, the muscles around your eyes, and relax your jaw. Just soak up all the nuclear energy you just created in your body. You can stay in Shavasana longer if you want, or maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you're ready to come out of Shavasana, you can bring your feet to the mat and your knees to the sky. Bring your one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Just Take a moment to pause. Roll onto your right or left side. And just use your bicep as a pillow here. Take a moment before we start getting back into the day. We can take all this clear energy with us when we get off the mat. Press yourself up to seat and come into seated meditation. Take an inhale, bring your hands high over your head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I wish you all peace, prosperity, love, and health. Namaste. I'll see you next time on the mat. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, feel free to drop any comments down below. Hi. Hi, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, namaste. It's so bright I can't see. Ooh. I found it. I found it. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day.